Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan. I'm a yarn addict, hence the name Juan the Yarn Addict, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by to check out my video today. This is a yarn and crochet channel where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet. So if that interests you, please sit back and enjoy this video because today, my friends, I offer you another session of coffee and cake with Juan. So normally these coffee and cake sessions end up with me having cakes for replay giveaways as well as cakes for various projects I have going on behind the scenes. Today I'm creating cakes for a challenge. So I'm going to make several cakes and I'm going to mail each and every one of these out to random people. So whether you are a content creator, a subscriber, or a member of my channel, I will be sending these out with a letter. And in the letter will be details on what to do with these particular cakes. So if you're interested in what it is that we're doing today, please sit back, watch, enjoy the show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button and maybe leave a comment. I would greatly appreciate the support. So I'm going to go ahead and re-angle the camera. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Okay friends, so I am back and I did some moving around. I had all the colors on the table. I decided to move them to either side of me so we can see all the things. So I'm just going to give you a brief summary of the colors that I have here. We're going to randomly pick and choose. So we're going to start off here with the white. And I don't know the specific names of every color, so I'm just going to wing it and tell you what I think it is. So here we have like a caramel brown. And of course we have a very vibrant and bright red, so good. We have a very nice peach and some heathered gray here. 2 different kinds, obviously. One of them I can tell you right off the bat is Karen 1 Pound and the other is Red Heart. Very slight but very visible. And we have some Red Heart Super Saver in Latte. And we have lavender, very nice. Is that lavender? I'm not sure, I'm guessing lavender. Some more red and navy blue. I love how the red pops on that camera, it's so good. And then we have this vibrant pink. I like to call this Barbie pink, very nice. And of course we have burgundy here, and we have some taupe. I mean, the list goes on. I don't know exactly what color that is, but I like it. I'm here for it. I do like that. That's awesome. Okay. And of course there are more. But before I start caking, let me show you some examples of what I'm creating here. I've had some time off camera during the break there, and so I wanted to play around with the colors to show you guys examples of what I'm creating here. So I have several, and let's start here. So let me just wipe that off there. Okay. So we have that. Starts out with yellow and then into the greens, the blues, the reds. Very nice. And then we have this one here. Very, very nice. Wow. About 10 ounces. It feels, I'm not a human scale, but just guessing, about 10 ounces. We love to guess, right? So next we have some bits and bobbles of pink with the yellows and the whites. Very nice. And of course, with some of these, I do have black on the outside just as a finishing touch. It gives it a nice look, you know? It's about the aesthetic. So where else do we have cakes? Okay, so I have a smaller cake here, the blues and the grays and the greens and the reds. Very nice. I have another small cake here. Greens, gray, yellow. Very nice. Everything's very nice today. I don't know, it's a thing. Everything is just nice. And of course we have one in the pink with a pink shell. I call this the shell. A pink shell. And we have the greens, the oranges, the grays, the whites. So that's 6 so far. And do I have another one? No, I don't, but we can make another one right now. So let's just go ahead and do the things. We're going to start with the white. I'm going to feed it through the eye there, feed it through there, do a slip knot. I always do a slip knot. It makes it a lot easier to start your work. We'll set this right on top of the bowl winder like so, like that. Very easy. And the fun thing about winding from a cake is I can put my fingers just like this, right in between my two fingers, and I hold on to the cake. So I'm giving it tension, I'm holding the cake, I have full control of what comes out of the cake. So I don't know if it's fact or fiction, but I will tell you that in my mind, I like to think that if I add tension to this whole situation, I can fit more yarn on the cake. It's just, my mind does weird things, and this is one of them. So let's just go with it. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you guys, but the cakes are a little different than my normal cakes. So when I make my normal cakes, I'm all about changing colors. Change, change, change. For these particular cakes, I'm allowing the yarn to be on the cake. So we have thicker sections of the colors because part of the challenge is, actually I'm going to get into the details about the challenge in a bit, but there's a reason behind why I'm doing this, okay? So we're going to just add a nice little section of each color so that when I pull the cake off and I look at it, you can clearly see rings of colors and you know exactly what is on the cake. Okay, and that looks to be about right for me for that right there. I will tell you that it's going to be no rhyme, no reason. I am literally just pulling because it's the closest one to me or because I just like the way it's looking at me. I can't tell you any other reason beside that, so we're just going to go with it. I'm going to do a slip knot, and as I mentioned before when I made my cakes, I do the slip knot in between the colors because how I do my knots might be different than what the next person does. So if you are the person who receives my cakes, you will be able to do many things. First of all, if you don't like the sequence of my colors, you can actually create little balls and, untangle this little slip knot just like that, and put the colors in a sequence that suits you best. That's one advantage of this. And then the other advantage is you can knot it up exactly how you want to knot it up. So I love that for you and for me and for us. I can't help it. It's just so good. So when I'm winding this up, I want a nice thick layer, as I mentioned. So I'm not counting. I'm not really thinking about anything other than making sure I have a nice section of colors. And now that I look at this, does periwinkle come to mind maybe? I don't know. Maybe. Not sure. But because I have that on there, I'm gravitating towards peach. Something's telling me, Juan, put the peach on after the purple. Or the periwinkle, should we call it. It just flows in my mind. So I like that for us. All right, so let me hold the cake just like this. Now I'm not squeezing too tight. I'm letting the yarn come through my fingers, but I'm guiding it by how close my fingers are together. So I'm using it as a guide. So nice and thick. I want to make sure I don't see any purple. Very nice. And then we just snip and move on. So since we had the peach, we can go two different routes. We can do the brown route here. We can go down that way. Or we can do orange. I don't know. Or we can do a taupe. No, not feeling the taupe either, friends. How about, I know. What about this? Yes, because. Just because, right? I love this. And again, if you don't like the sequence, ball it up, do little balls, separate them, and then put them in a sequence that works best for you. You know what I mean? I love that. Nice thick layer. Now the question is, what are we putting after this color, right? Because now that we have this color, you can go many different ways. We can go navy blue, we can go red, we can go pink, we can go back to white, we can go black. What color are we going to choose, friends? So many choices, not enough time. I'm going to go on a limb here and select some burgundy, right? Because look at that, it's just so good. So excited about the colors, I can't help it. It's so good. All right, so we have the burgundy on there. Let's do the things. I have to sort out this cake. Oh, there we go. There we go. So good. Here we go. We're going to put a nice thick layer of the burgundy. Hey, behave. Okay. It was talking to me. It was saying, Juan, what are you doing, Juan? What are you doing? So, there we have it. Let's take a quick look. Nope, I can still see some pink. We need to go a little further. Yes? Yes. Why? Because. Okay, are we going to go blue or are we going to go gray? Something is telling me, Juan, do the blue. So we're going to do the blue. We're going to do the navy blue. It's just what we're doing, okay? So let's put the navy blue on. Tie that on there like so, like that. All right, and you know what, friends? I may challenge myself with one of my own cakes. I think that would be an amazing idea. Maybe I need to randomly pick a cake without looking at it and say, that's the cake that I'm going to have to use, you know? I love a good challenge. Yes, we're doing that because I'm going to put them all in a bag and I'm going to select one and I'm going to be the first recipient of my own cake for my own challenge and all the things. So I'm going to do that right at the end of this video. I'm going to put them in a bag. I'm going to select one of the cakes blindly and that will be the cake that I have to use. I'm a little nervous. There's a lot of pink in all these cakes. So I will have to get over my aversion to pink and just do the things. Now, if it's hot pink, we're good. Thanks to Sasha. We already know this, right? If you've been following me on my journey, you know, if it's bright pink, we are good. But if it's all the other pinks, it's like, oh, geez, what are we doing now with this pink? What can I put with it? Why would we put that with that? You know what I mean? It's all the whys. I can't help it. I'm so giddy tonight. It's so good. You know what it is? It's yarn. Yarn does this to me. It puts me in a good mood. It's when it's retail therapy after a very strenuous day, or when you're not at the store and you're coming home. This is my happy place. You know, we all have our happy place, whether it's the couch with our little bag of yarn or, you know, our recliner in front of the television. We all have our spot. For me, my spot is right here with you guys, with the camera on, just hanging out and having a good time. So, there is that. Look at that. I don't know why I put latte on here, but something was telling me, Juan, put the latte on. We have to have that. We have to have the things. We have to have it. Let's just do it. Yes, I see this for us. I see this for me and for you, for all of us. It's so good. Latte. I did a whole blanket with it. Well, not just latte, because that's very blah. I did latte, I did Hershey's chocolate brown with an Aran cream. It was so good, and black. Well, this is nice and tight. I do like that. That's very nice. Now, do I have brown anywhere? I have to have brown. I don't have brown right here, right now with us. So what is a secondary? Oh, actually, wait a second. Is this a shade darker? Yes, it is. I believe it is. Let's do the things. Now, I'm holding this because I don't want to lose the tension. You know what I mean? So, it's slightly darker, but we're going to make it work, friends. Right? I don't have any chocolate brown with me right this very second. It's probably in the other room. That's okay. We're going to make this work with this slightly darker tan taupe situation. Love that for us. Yes, this is so good. So good. All right. Love it. All right. Where are we going next with our journey here? We're going to go gray? I think we should, because we just should. We just should. All right. So let's go ahead and put this on here. So we have this heathered gray right after this darker latte color. And I know I keep saying it, friends, but like, if this sequence isn't your situation, feel free to slip it apart and, you know, do whatever it is that you feel the need to do. But I'm really liking that gray shell. Yes, because on the inside you have the pinks, the burgundies, and then on the outside you have the blues, the blacks, the tans, and the gray. So there's a juxtaposition between the pinks and then these other colors. It's so good. Love it. All right, so let's go ahead and put a belt around this. Already we're finished. We just did the first cake, friends, right here. You saw it happen live. Well, not really. Not live. It felt live. All right, so here's that. Now, how I do this, because if you notice, you see how this is slanted? There's a slant here. So to make it flat, I do a thing. So I take the cake, I lay my hand flat on the top, I put the other hand right above it, and I push down flat, like I'm pushing down on a burger on a frying pan. And then I take my hands and I squeeze on this side, and then I turn 90 degrees and I squeeze that way. So north, south, east, west. Squeeze and squeeze, and then I pat down one more time, squeeze, and it's done. Anything more than that, it'll slide and slip and do all the things that you don't want it to do. And it's perfectly flat. It's flat like a book, like the front of a book. Do you see how flat that is? It's so good. So that's how you do it, okay? So you pat down, you squeeze, you pat down, you squeeze, and you're done. Anything more than that, it does all kinds of things. So I just realized I repeated myself twice. I do apologize. I'm just super excited. Okay, so let me place this on a brief pause. I'm going to reorganize my yarns. I'm going to dig for some more colors, and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, friends, I am back. I picked more colors, and so I am excited. I have no idea where this next journey is going to take us, but here we are. All right, let's do the things. I'm going to start with this. Mustard, goldenrod, I'm not sure. What do you guys say? Right? Grey Poupon? I don't know. Anyway, I'm being silly. All right, so let's go ahead and feed it through here. Let's feed it through here. Let's create the slip knot and just put it on top like that. All right, let's see. I got to untangle myself here. Okay, let's do it. And we're off. This is so nice. I love this for us. I'll tell you what, if there was a way that I could systematically set everything up like on a bigger table, I could probably push out maybe 8 cakes a video. I may be pushing it. That's pushing it a little too far, but that's okay. I like goals. Goals, right? Goals. 8 cakes. 8 cakes an hour. I don't know, friends. It's okay. Anyway, for some reason, I decided to pull this purple again. I have no idea why. It kind of looks good next to this Grey Poupon color. Maybe not Grey Poupon. Maybe honey mustard. Right? It's a honey mustard vibe. Love that for us. So what are we putting after the honey mustard, you ask? I will tell you. It's going to be this cake that's right in front of me. I don't know what's happening with this piece right here, but you know what? I'm going to just do the things. Let me just rewind that and do this. You guys don't see anything. Okay. All right. All right, so anyway, as I was saying, this color right here, I think I'm going to put on next. Okay? I wish I had the name of that color because I really do like it. I don't know why I like it. I just do. You know? It's one of those in-between colors because, like, it reads like if burgundy and some other color had a child, this would be the color, right? So, because here's burgundy, and it looks so nice right next to it. That's such a beautiful, beautiful companionship, right? So this is like a parent, and there's like another cake that's a parent, and this is the love child of the two. I don't know what it is. Maybe cream. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a second, wait a second. What? Yes, I think, right? If cream and burgundy had a child, it would be this color. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on. We have work to do, friends. I'm sitting here procrastinating over a cake. We have to get it moving. So let's just do the things. Oh, it's so good. Okay, well, Grey Poupon decided it didn't want to be on the table any longer, so it just popped off. It said, "Good night, I'm out." So that is fine. We have other colors. You know, it doesn't want to participate. No participation points for you, Grey Poupon. I don't know. I can't tell you what it thinks. It just does the things. All right, so let me chop that off. Where are we going from here, friends? I think Love Child needs a parent. I think we need to put Burgundy on here because it's just telling me what it needs. You know, it tells me it needs the companion of a darker shade. So let's just do it. There we go. See? Do you see what I mean? It's just so good. From here, I think I'm going to veer into left field. I'm going to choose a color that it should not even be a part of. Ready? I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Are you ready? Watch. Watch this. Watch me do the things. Bam. Look at that. So good. Okay, let me hurry up and tie this very quickly. Now this bright pink feels like it's a thinner 4-weight, but it's fine. It does what it needs to do. It yarns like everything else, right? It's a thinner 4-weight, like Burnett Super Value comparative to not Big Twist, comparative to Loops and Threads Soft Classic, where that's like a fuller 4-weight, and then Burnett Super Value is like a thinner 4-weight. That's what I would compare this pink to. This pink is like the Burnett Super Value version. So there's that. We have tons of this bright, super bright pink. Let's do navy blue. Let's do the navy blue, friends. Let's do it. I just need to make sure I'm picking the right one here. One time I picked the wrong side and I just went to town with the winding and it just shot off the table and was like, oh my goodness, I should have paid attention. But I didn't, of course, you know? So I do like the fact that I'm not changing as much. I'm able to like put out a lot of yarn at one time, which is excellent. I love that. Something's telling me I need to put black on, so I'm going to answer the call. I'm going to put black on after the blue. And then after this, I'm going to put on a contrast color, maybe a cream. I don't want to go drastically straight to the white. I'll do a cream. So good, so good. All right, let's jump to the cream. I have a thick cream and I have a standard 4-weight cream, which is, I think, the one we're going to go with. I'm just going to sit that on there like that. Let's just go ahead and adjust this. Okay, perfect. This is an adventure, friends. Like, even if I had show notes to talk about, this is such an adventure that I would get sidetracked and just be all about this. And talking about the colors and the way that they just hang out with each other and love children from different colors and things. And it's just, it's so good, you know? Love this. And then the challenge, right? I have yet to talk about the challenge. I'm sitting there wondering, like, okay, how do I even begin to talk about this challenge? Because I think that this challenge is going to be awesome. So, let me at least finish this cake because it's just so good, and I don't want to get sidetracked and miss out any details, you know? But I will tell you that it involves the members of my channel, it involves the subscribers of my channel, and it also involves other content creators. So that is exciting. And I really do enjoy this peach. I do. And I would love to tell you that this is Caron 1 pound, but it isn't. Nope. Caron 1 pound has a very distinctive feel to it, one that I've grown very accustomed to, and it's not it. This is Caron 1 pound. You feel it and you just know. I have an entire wall of it. I can just go like this to confirm and be like, that's the same. And so that's what I do. Anyway, this peach is not that newly discontinued peach. That's on clearance at Joann's right now for $4.80. So, I don't even think it's Red Heart. Is this Red Heart? No, it's not even Red Heart. It's something else. It's not Big Twist. I have no idea what that is, but it's good yarn. It feels great. I love it. All right, and I'm thinking this cake is crying for another color. What are we going to put on the shell? So we have cream, we have peach, we have gray. What are we going to put on there next? Talk to me, brain, talk to me. Are we going to do black? I don't want to do black. Let's do something different for a change. What goes good with the combination we have? You know what? I'm going to go way on left field. Are you guys ready? I don't know if you're ready for this. Of course we're ready for this. Look at this. We're going to do aqua or turquoise. Turquoise. Because why not? I haven't used it yet, you know? And it's just one of those colors that I feel could really tie the project together with this challenge. So good. And just a light dusting because already we are at the max. The arm is saying, Juan, we can't go around anymore. It's moving the table. Okay. I'm trying to get as much yarn on there as possible. Okay, I think that's it. So good. All right, so let's wrap it around like so, like that. Let's go ahead and do the things. This is so good. And I'm going to do my little shimmy situation with the cake to flatten it out. Okay, here we go. So good. See, before I smush it down, do you see how there's like an indentation in here? It looks like a bowl. There's like a bowl situation happening. The only way to flatten that out is to do what it is that I'm showing you. So again, you put it on the table, put your hand on top of the cake, put your other hand on top, push down like you're flattening a burger, and then you're going to do north, south, east, west. We'll start east, west first. Smush, and then turn it around and smush. And then flatten it, smush, and you're done. And look how flat that is. It is so flat. It's like so flat, so good. It's all the things. All right, so there's another one down. Love it. Okay, I'm going to place this on a pause because I have to save the data. If I go too long without saving, I lose it all. And I don't want to lose all of this yummy yarn situation things that we have going on. So I'm going to place you on a brief pause and I will be right back, okay? Okay, friends, I am back. It's saved. We're good. Love that for us. All right, so I'm going to start with this gray because there's so little of it left. Look, there's only that much left. I'm going to start the next cake with it. I think we're going to be good. I'm going to try and go a different route this time. There are colors sitting here that we haven't touched yet. I feel like they're being neglected, and I feel like we need to show them attention because they deserve it. They're here. They want to be a part of the whole situation. So let's help them help us. Okay, so let's just do that, right? And let's just do this. Get this gray up, get it out of the way, you know what I mean? It's so good. This is the Caron 1 pound. Love this. All right, so let's do. Well, this is definitely going on there, but not right this second. Let's use this orange, right? We haven't used it yet. So let's just do that. I'll tie it on there very quickly. It'll be over in a jiff. Just like that. And you know, ever since I started knotting everything up like that, everyone's been saying, Juan, that's such a good idea because I really didn't like the way you were knotting up those yarns. I'm like, well, okay, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. I love that. So honest, you know? Unsolicited advice, always so honest, and I love that for us. Get the best advice. Okay, love it. All right, so let's move on. I think from here, let's do, what are we going to do, friends? Let's do Grey Poupon, right? No, let's do gold. Yes, I'm feeling that. I love that for us. Let's do that. All right, I have to find the center. I have to find the center. All right, so I found it. Let's tie it up. Let's get it going. I think after this, I want to do the red. So we'll do like orange and then yellow and then red and then burgundy. Yes, I'm feeling that vibe. I think that's a great vibe to have. For this cake, it's telling me, you know, it's telling me it wants to do that, you know? But I did say I was going to go and do some different things, which I will. I will. I'm looking around. I see some things that I could throw in here. Yes, I am going to... What am I going to do? What am I going to do, Juan? I know. I'm going to put navy blue on next, right? But wait, there's more. We're going to do navy blue, and then right after the navy blue, we're going to go ahead and do a very bright. And when I say bright, friends, you'll see. Just give me 1 second to get this coating of navy blue on here, and then I'm going to reach right by the camera. I'm going to go on a field trip that way. I'm going to come towards you, and I'm going to grab that ball of yarn that I'm looking at right by my camera, and I'm going to slap that on here, and it's going to be great. You're going to love it. I have a feeling you're going to really love this color. Hold on. Hello. Look at that color. It's so bright. Safety yellow. So let's go ahead and put this on. So good, so bright. It's my leftovers from a Boggy Creek blanket that I made recently. It's so bright. Look at it. So good. Okay. It's wrapped up around another yarn. Of course it would be wrapped up. Ugh. It doesn't want to go on there, but you know what? I'm making it go on there. Yes, that's so good. Okay, let's trim that off. From here, yes, we're going to do this bright cherry red. And it is a very bright cherry red. I don't know if the camera's picking it up the way I'm seeing it, but that's okay. Oh, look at that. So good. Come on. Sometimes I forget to pull the other side. There we go. Now we should be good. Yes. Yep. Do you guys see how bright that is? That's so good. I don't know if it makes sense after the safety yellow, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, so what are we going to do after that? Let's put on some... Let's do... What are we going to do? I think we are going to do white. It hasn't had any attention. Let's just give it the things. Let's give it some attention. This feels like Big Twist, which, as of late, I'm a fan. I do like it. It's good. Do a nice thick layer of this. It's going to be great. Oh, yeah. Do you see that? So good. All right. Love that. So from here, choices. I know. So let's just do this colorway. The Love Child color. So let's just do that. Yes, love it. Nice thick layer of this. So good. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I try to do this so that I don't see any white, like or the previous color. As long as I don't see any of the previous color, I know I'm good to change. You know, so whatever the project turns out to be, there's enough of that particular color to do what needs to be done. So there's that. And I'm going to put peach. I'm going to put peach back up here. Like so, like that. Yes, this is good. And honestly, I think I'm going to finish this cake off with the peach. I think that's what we're going to do. As long as I can keep it from knotting up. Let me just slide that back. There we go. We want a nice looking cake. Yes, nice thick layer. I can still see a little bit. You see that there? You can see a little bit of that last color. That's about as good as it's going to get. Let's go ahead and put a belt on this. So, let's wind it around. One orbit around the cake. And then let's tie it off. Just like that. And I just loop it around the belt, and then I take the loose piece and then I just pull nice and tight, and that's it. Let's take that off, move this to the side, bring this up. We have the bevel there. So nice. And then I'm just going to do my usual ritual. Pull down push down like that, turn, squeeze, squeeze, smush, squeeze, squeeze. All done. That's so good. Look at this. Isn't that good? I love that for us. I secretly want this cake. Don't tell anyone. All right. Okay, so I'm going to place this on a pause to save the data. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, friends. So here we are. Where are we at? We are 38 minutes in. I love that for us. So good. And I've got all the cakes over here, friends. It's so good. All right. I'm going to choose a color we haven't worked with yet, which is the light blue. Okay? So this is very soft, very squishy. It reminds me of Premier Basics. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what it feels like. I love that. Or it could be, I love this yarn. See, that's another one. Let's do a nice base of light blue. So good. A little more. Okay. From here, I'm going to want to finish out this dark blue. I only have a little bit left. I might as well just go ahead and put the rest of this on the cake. Let's just get that out of the way now. Dark blue always looks good next to light blue, so why not? So good. All right, so let's go ahead and do a nice thick layer of this blue. Almost done the cake. I'm concentrating so we don't have any knots anywhere. Whoops, okay, so there it is. Let me just rethread back through the arm here, and then back through here. And I think from this blue here, I'm going to go purple or periwinkle or mauve. I'm not sure of the exact colorway, but that's okay. We're in the general ballpark of the situation. It's fine. So, this is so good. Love this. Nice thick layer. We don't want to see any of the dark blue. Very nice. Okay, let's cut that off. I'm going to set that there. And then from here, I actually would love to do peach. I'm going to do the peach because I think peach looks nice next to purple. And that's probably the only reason why I chose peach. There we go. See that? So good. So good. Let's get the rest of this cake on here. Let me make sure I don't lose my hand here. It's almost done. We almost have the whole cake. There it is. Okay. That's the end of the cake. And I'm not going to sit there and fuss with that. This will become stuffing for something. And from here, I'm going to want to go to burgundy. I have no idea why, just something's telling me to grab it, so I did. I did the things. Let me just let that go. All right. You see that? That's just not nice. How rude. How rude. All right, so I'm not fussing with this. We're just going to do that, right? So good. Let's go ahead and tie that. And anything that I wind up with knot-wise is going to be stuffing for Ammies. Someday, when I get around to Ammies, I'll have a nice little collection of knots and leftover yarn barf and things. So I'm not one to play with the yarn barf. Like, I do what I can, and if I can't, I snip it and I put it in a bag, and I have that in my stash. I do have a bag of things, is what I like to call it. The bag of things. Let me just reach the tail back through the bottom. Okay. There we go. We're back in business. I love this. Whoops. Well, the burgundy said, I've had enough. It bounced off the table. It decided to go on vacation. So we're through with the burgundy. I get the hint. So from here, we're going to go to gold. And then we're just going to go to town, making sure that it goes through the eye. There we go. Just like that. This is so good. Burgundy and gold go great together, you know? And I'm going to finish up this cake. Look at that. So good. All right, so let's just go ahead and undo that. Just like that. And so from here, what are we going to do? Cream. Because, you know? Just like that. Cream. Yes. Do you guys see that? That's so good. I say that a lot too, because it is good, you know? I'm telling the truth. Okay. From here, I want to go to latte. I have no rhyme or reason why. I just feel the need to do the latte. So we're going to do that. And by the way, friends, this will be the last cake that I do for this video. And then as soon as I'm finished this cake, I'm gonna go into the details of all the things that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Okay? The part that we are all waiting for. We want to know all the things. So all the things is what I will tell you. It's so good. Do I want to do a thick layer of this? Yeah, why not? I think so. I think this is what I want. Because the cake was literally done. But can I fit more? That's the question of the hour. And if so, what other color are we putting on here, right? Now, I don't give this, yeah, see? That was about all I could take. All right. So, from here, what are we going to put on the outside? I think we need to put black on the outside. Because. Just because. There we go. We're going to do a nice, thick layer of the black. It's going to fill up very nicely. Look at that. So nice. It's all the things. Yes. Love it. Nice, thick layer of black. Okay. So let me go ahead and take this off. Okay. Let me just put that under there and then just... Alright, so that's done. Let's take that off. Look at that. So nice. Alright. My usual, pat down, squeeze, squeeze, pat down, squeeze, and squeeze. Done. So flat. Look at that. So good, right? Yeah. So good. So that little centerpiece is the light blue that we started with. Beautiful. Okay. So there's that. All right, so all the cakes are done. Let me go ahead and put us on a brief pause. I'm going to bring the cakes back up on the table and tell you all the things that you need to know about all the things. I'll be right back. Okay, friends, I am back, and I have 12 cakes. Now, you're seeing 10, and that's because of this balancing act I have going on here. So I have 2 cakes off to the side that you can't see. But so here are the cakes for the challenge. So the challenge is this. The challenge is to create a make from the cake. And so what I'm deciding here is that I have 4 cakes for content creators. I will personally reach out to 4 content creators and see if they're interested in participating. And if they are, I will send them out a cake. I have 4 cakes dedicated to the members of my channel. So members, if you are watching this and you're interested, send me an email at the members only email address, and I will put your name into a drawing. I will select 4 names to partake in this particular challenge. All right, and then for the remaining 4 cakes, they will be for the subscribers of the channel. And I'm not going to have any special hashtags. I'm not going to have any special phrases. All I'm asking for is a comment on why you subscribed to my channel. So I will use the random comment picker, and I will select 4 people. And so from there, once everyone has their cake, they will begin the challenge. And the challenge is this. So obviously you're creating a make with the cake, but you are to select 3 colors from this cake in addition to the cake. So you can choose any 3 colors from the cake and continue on with whatever it is that you want to make. You can create anything. It could be a wearable, it could be a blanket, it could be an ami. Does not matter, but you have to use all of the yarn. Nothing left over. And again, you have to pick 3 colors from the cake, not including black or white. So black and white, fair game. You can use as much of it as you want. So that's literally it. And when you're done, you're going to send me a picture of your completed project. And then all the completed projects will go into one pile where I will draw 3 specific entries, like at random. I'm going to pick 3, and those 3 will receive a prize from me for participating. So if that is of interest to you, you guys just, play it back. You guys know what to do from here on out. So that is the challenge, and I'm super excited to see what you guys all create with my cakes. So that is all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button, leave me a comment or 2, especially if you're interested in participating. I'm looking for those. So that is all I have for this video. You guys take care, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.